I'm working on an abscess between the bicuspid and the molar. It's on the inside corner, and then I'm going to try to dislodge it with the Langer 3-4. I'm going to try it from the back, coming around the bicuspid, then I'm going to try it forward, pushing back. This particular tooth, if you look at the bicuspid here, you can see it looks like it's running sideways. It's got this double corner around the edges, and that's a very natural place for abscesses to get stuck. There was another abscess between the bicuspid and the eye tooth, so this is on the other side, and these things are connected. So pretty much I've got an abscess crisis back there, and I'm trying to stop it before I lose the tooth. I'm going to try to go in there and just hang, get real friendly. Hopefully that'll be enough. The piece is a little large to dislodge, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But if I hang out with it long enough, one way or another, it will come out. And I'm hoping that I won't have to get brutal with it. It'll just come out on its own. So what's going to happen as I clear the space around it, it will naturally come loose. Okay, so I'm getting some blood, plus a small piece of crud. When I get the right piece, then it will just become dislodged. Okay, again, slow progress. I'm not sure exactly where this thing is. I'm not even sure where I am. I can also use my lower jaw to pull it too. Yeah, I definitely got a big piece of crud there. It seems that I was moving forward into where the other abscess is, so that's positive as well, but I don't want to ignore that corner. If I end up in the other abscess, that's okay. I'm not going to worry about this. This whole area, I was in there before. My problem was I never followed up properly. I did this like a year ago. I just never followed up properly. I'm going to try some more with the 1-2. This is a little less angled. Okay, so that's more forward with the previous abscess, but that's okay. One way is to go everywhere, wherever there's blood. Do it some more. There's a ridge right along the bone. I really need to get that, or else I'm not going to be doing anything. Let's just find it and stick with it. Hard to say. Here you can see I have about roughly 4 fairly large pieces. And then there seems to be an area pretty deep in there that's right up against the bone. It's a little hard to find. Ideally, I'd like to strip that of whatever is there. That's very likely the cause of the abscess right there. So I have to be very thorough. And it's so deep, it's real hard to find. Let's just get a little more diligent here. If I can get any piece of this, it makes it easier to get the rest. And I seem to be able to get this thing to hook on something. So once I get it to hook on this thing, I'm going to use my jaw to try to pull it loose. And it's just so deep, it's just crazy. Basically very deep, like crazy deep. But, even here, if somehow I can get to the bottom of this and I get this thing clean, then even this can grow back a little bit. But it's not going to grow back with the crud, that's for sure. Okay, the back of this bicuspid coming around, there's an edge of calculus very deep in there right along the bone. And that's what's holding everything up. I'm able to hook something. Once I get the big pieces to come loose, then the little pieces will follow. Once a large amount of that crud is gone, then the area will get more healthier, and then I'll be able to go get the smaller pieces as well. The logic is there's nothing that you can't do. There is no too deep, unless it's right up against the nerve, and even then you can still work with it. It's just a matter of diligence, how much time and effort and carefulness that I'm willing to do for like one little piece that's real deep inside. But if the one little piece is what's threatening the whole tooth, then that one little piece has to go. That's how it works. So let's get back there and let's just keep at it. There's no quitting on this. Let's go back to the sweep around. Where I get to that real deep part, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hard to say what's up there. Okay. That was pretty much soft tissue. That's more or less just abscess, latent abscess. So it's hard to say what's going on there. But as long as there's blood, then I keep going for it. But, you know, I'm not going to scrape against soft tissue. That's what I'm not going to do. I pretty much just base my motions on the tooth. So if I get past the tooth into something soft, I don't do anything. I only work from tooth as far as the calculus goes. So I'm not sure what I'll be able to do. I'm pretty sure there's an edge there. If I can get to that, that would be helpful. If I can just improve it, maybe that's all I can hope to do. I could also go back against the molar too. I'm going to try to focus on this bicuspid. What I'm going to try to do is focus on what I think is an edge deep in there that's still on the tooth, and hope that whatever that thing is, if I can get it to come loose, that will encourage other things to come loose. If you can get the hard pieces out, that's a very good start. So you can focus all of your energy on that. And everything else is just extra. Find this ledge, focus my energy on it. Go back to the Langer, the 3-4. Go along the inside of the bicuspid, trace the edge of the tooth and the bone as best I can. Debride it. So it's just so difficult. But at this point, it's too late. It's just going to collapse if I don't get there and get it clean soon. I'm going to lose that tooth. Okay, there. Okay, new strategy. There, that's the abscess. Okay, new strategy. There. There, that's the abscess. Okay, the new strategy is forget the calculus. Just focus on the abscess. I knocked a few pieces out, and then now it's just going to go. Okay, that's good. I can go back later and get all those little pieces that don't want to give up. I could actually let it just bleed for a while. Yeah, okay, that was a start. Anyway, so that was positive. See? Things always look dicey and then something positive happens. Okay, so what happened there was that I managed to get to this area that was very deep, and I stuck the thing up in there, and then I just started shaking it around, and that was enough to disrupt it, to get the abscess to start to break loose. It started to bleed, which it's still doing. There's a lot of stuff in there. I just changed my goal for the third time. Now that I found the abscess, all I'm going to try to do is just bleed it out. Okay, and then here, you can see this thing. It looks like sort of like a little string there. That's the abscess right there. It's sort of a stringy abscess. Let's get some water, because there's a good chance all hell is going to break loose.